CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN.
Guys, the chicken is here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, very excited because we have the Warships Season 15 sneak peek. And bombs away. It's going to be wild, guys. It's going to be wild. So make sure to subscribe to the channel for everything that is Warships. We're going to be doing a launch stream tomorrow, 4 a.m. Eastern time, once the season goes live. So make sure to subscribe for that to see how this craziness is going to go down. And also, make sure you use the code CHICKEN in the shop if you're getting instant training for this season in Warships. I do appreciate it. Also doing a huge giveaway. I mentioned that stuff before. We'll leave that for another time. But make sure that you're using the code to be entered into the giveaway. So let's take a look without further ado from the tech tree. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've kind of mapped out what I think is going to be the best route, some of the most important upgrades to take here coming out of the gate. So let's do a brief little overview first. So as we can all see, we have bombardiers right at the start. So bombs away, that means bombardiers right at the start. Some of us were thinking this. Chicken might have said it. I don't know. But this is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because if you don't have instant training, you're going to be able to get chests, no problem. You're going to fly through this. You're not going to have troop losses. You're going to win every base. It's going to be an interesting base race with just bombardiers because there's no other troops at the beginning. And yeah, so bombs away means bombardiers right off the bat. It is kind of, you know, I'm getting the feeling that we're going to see this kind of like we did with the Clone Riflemen in Season 13, where we got them right off the start and didn't really stop using them for the whole season. Didn't really add much spice to the game, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. So, some of the defenses will be important to distract the bombers. They're not going to stop them. They're not going to take them down, but they are going to waste their time. There is no barrage or artillery yet that we've seen, so that's good. So we have bombardiers, we have grenadiers, so fitting in with the bombs away timeline. But so I picked out the defenses. I picked out the mines. Troop health, probably not going to be that important to upgrade, but you're going to have to unlock it anyways. So yeah, this is probably the path we're going to take to the third engine. So we're going to go 3 engines right here. Then we're going to go building health. That's going to be important. I went with brick over Zookas. We'll see what kind of happens there. Heavies, you know, we're not using all Zookas. We don't have smokes. There are no heavies to protect them, so probably skip them for now. They might come into the meta later. We're not sure. Yeah, so then we got Brick. Brick's going to be our hero for a little bit, so we might as well go ahead and upgrade her. Also, shock mine's going to be important. They're cheap to upgrade. We need to unlock them on the path we're going anyways, and then it gets interesting. You'll see, what is this here? We'll talk about that in a sec. So then we're going up. We're grabbing boom cannons. That's going to take out some bombers. Grabbing gunboat energy. We're grabbing heavies. And then we have the decision to make. Do we go to the 4th engine room, or do we go to the melon bombers? Now, if we take a look at the stats on the melon bombers, 3,000 damage per second. Let's compare that to the regular bomber. 1,900 damage per second. But most importantly, let's look at the reserve size. 28 compared to 52. So that means the reserve size defines the number of troops that you have available to deploy for your warship battles. So we actually have less melon bombers, but they're a little bit more powerful. So that means if we ever, once we can get Kavan with second win and we can start reviving melon bombers, that's going to be crazy. But for the time being, I would still probably place bombers over top of melon bombers. So yeah, but I mean, for the troop damage, it's going to be worth it to get them. Also, if we've learned anything throughout the past couple seasons of Warships, guys, it is a good idea to go ahead and grab these defenses and max them out. You know, they always play a part later in the season. Then we can get Kavan. We can get him up to rank 4, which is going to be max second wind, which is basically all we need him to do, right? That's all we need Kavan for, is that second wind. So then we can go over here. We can take this engine room, and we can take a look at the 4ER deck. So let's go like so. So 2 ERs, you know, nobody's going to stay there very long. 4 engines, it's probably going to be this, where it's spread out on the side just for just to take the bombers the longest time possible to get to them. It's going to be some kind of mashup of that, and then these will probably be like right over here, something like that is what I'm thinking. But we'll see how it pans out. This is by no means the official meta guide, but we're getting a nice good first look at what is to come and getting an idea to kind of build upon from there. So we also have cryo bombers. We got all the bombers. We got melon bombers. We got cryo bombers. And then at the end we have heavy choppers. Nothing really new or too exciting. kind of the typical end of the tech tree stuff that we're used to seeing, but melon bombers are going to be interesting because, guys, I wanted to slip this in because I wasn't really able to fully go over the melon bombardiers. I was able to get a hold of Mr. OP Destroy. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel. He posted another sneak peek with the tech tree guide. It's really cool. So we're going to queue up right now, OP. 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're going to go over melon bombers, how you guys should use them, what they look like, what they do, everything about them. OP, start us off. What do you think of these guys? They got nice looking hats, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a watermelon hat, man. But what's up, guys? Yeah, watermelon bombardiers are coming to season 15. Bombs away, indeed, but I would say watermelons away because these guys are super strong. They do shoot watermelons at a rate like the bombardiers, 2.2 seconds, right?
Yep.
But these melon bombardiers are super strong. They're stronger than the actual regular bombardiers, believe it or not. These guys, each watermelon packs a punch of 25-30 damage. Now, this is just the standard default damage. It's no boosts are applied to this. This is what they have coming out of the gate, okay? And they have shrapnel too, guys, as when you throw a watermelon against a fence, it breaks into pieces, right? Well, just very much the same here. The melons will hit their targets and splash and break into three parts, three shrapnel parts. And each shrapnel piece of watermelon does the exact same damage as the initial damage from the watermelon itself. So, and you get 3 shrapnel, guys. So that's going to give you over 7,000 worth of extra damage just from the shrapnel alone. So again, it's crazy.
It's crazy, right? So, do you think they're better to use than the regular bombardiers?
I would say yes, because
the shrapnel damage, right?
Yeah, the shrapnel damage is nice. They are. I've noticed when you flare them, they stay on their target till it's destroyed. Unlike the cryo bombardiers, remember that one?
Yes.
And that's a plus point. But other than that, they, I believe, are going to be the troop of choice among many people out there playing this season.
Absolutely, and they're really cool looking. There is 3 per boat, guys. I made a mistake when I said that you can hold less per boat. I think it's just a visual glitch on the dev build that says the reserve size is smaller for the melon bombardiers, even though it's not. Yeah, so we get 3 of them per boat, it looks like, and they're very strong, and they do shrapnel damage, and they're going to be crazy. OP, thank you so much for being able to queue up with us and be here, guys. Make sure you check out OP's channel, and we will now resume wherever we were in the sneak peek. Man, do these guys look funny. That is, if I was going to make a new bomber skin, and someone suggested, why don't we just cut a watermelon in half and put it on its head? I was like, that's perfect. Genius. Whoever came up with that needs a raise for sure. So, making our way up past the 4th yard, we have a few different options. So we have to get rocket choppers, right? And we want to get the building damage. So we're going to grab the building damage. We're going to grab the rocket choppers. And then I think what we want to do, you see we have barrage there and artillery there. So barrage is a little bit early on, but artillery is far enough off where I think it's okay. But of course, we're going to want to get barrage. I ran out of my dev build tokens, but yeah, so we're going to want to get barrage, grab some defenses, and then, it's really kind of depends once we get this far into the tech tree, what's going to be good, what's going to be not so good, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun either way to see what happens. I think it's going to be an interesting season, especially with the melon bombs. I'm probably going to get these regardless just to see what they're like. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to play around with them. And yeah, so there is your first look at this season, guys. We have the 4-yard deck there. I don't think I can unlock the 5th engine. No, not right now. But yeah, actually, I think we can. Okay, so let's take a look at the 5-engine deck and place you way out here. So this is going to be interesting. So it's really going to open up at 5 yards. I really like this deck. It's going to make it tough for bombers. Now, notice the gap here. A good point is bombers actually have enough range to shoot across it. So maybe spacing out your engines like this might not be the greatest idea. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. So, I mean, right off the bat, you want to do your landing crafts. You want to do your gunboat. As always, they're cheap. They're easy. I wouldn't pour a bunch of points into the defenses necessarily. And the shock bombs aren't going to be needed to be upgraded either. We already have them unlocked. They don't cost any keys to unlock. They're just there from that first position. But want to make sure that we max out the bombers first and foremost. I think, you know, if you're really playing right on the dot, like this is going to be my plan out of the gate. So I'm going to go for bombers right away, max them out. Not going to really mess around with anything else. I'm just going to start using them and just start free clearing with bombers. And I think what would actually be beneficial would be a flare. Flare to rank 3 or 4 would probably be really nice. Just so you're not constantly reflaring, and because the bombers do cost GBE to deploy, right? So you want to get the most out of your flares. So we want to make sure that we have them at least rank 3 or 4. For the 2 to 3 engine meta, the bases are going to be so close together that we're not going to need, you know, lengthy. We're not going to need fully maxed out flares just to get them from one end to the other. It's not going to take that long. So yeah. And then from there, I think, you know, obviously we're going to skip Grenadiers, skip Mortars for now, maybe go back and get them. Mines are going to be good. Mines are an important defense to have against Bombardiers, because that's one of the only ways you can defend against them is with mines and boom mines and things like that. So make sure you max out your mines. And then, you know, we'll probably go to 3 engines, building health. And then, yeah, the first real toss-up is Zukas or Brick. Brick is more expensive, but we don't have a hero, right? We don't have a hero until Kavan. Not that he's that far away. This is probably going from Brick to Kavan probably takes about 1 day's worth of progress. So yeah, it probably takes about a day to get there. So I don't know. I might skip Brick. It depends. It depends. Their battle orders will be nice, especially when there's like no defenses to slow down the bombers and it's just simply a free clearing base race. Brick might be better than Kavan right now. And we could come back and get Kavan later. I think it plays into 2 things. So if you're rushing, if you're tech rushing and you're getting all your stuff, Brick's probably going to be one to go. If you're base riding, taking a little bit slower to upgrade stuff and just kind of doing it as you progress, I think Kavan is going to be the better choice. Maybe Kavan and rocket launchers and hang out and 3 engines for a little bit. We'll see how disgusting it gets. But yeah, that is your sneak peek of Season 15 of Warships, guys. And yeah, make sure you don't miss the stream. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot to go over, a lot to break down, but it's going to be a blast as always. Bombs away. I'm looking forward to it. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.